Welcome to the Pioneer Museum. Today we're in the Carlson Room, and behind us we have a former Martin County jail cell. And today I'm going to be visiting with Jean Vath. She's a Martin County Sheriff's Deputy. How many sheriffs have there been up to date?
We are up in our 24th sheriff. We have our 24th sheriff now.
When was the first sheriff? Does that go back to 1857, 1858?
Yep, 1857 was our first sheriff.
Now, there have been some crimes, obviously, in Martin County. What's some that come to mind over the course of history?
In 1896, a bank robbery in Sherburne.
Okay.
Pretty extensive in that two brothers went in. Two people in the bank were killed, a teller and then a traveling salesman from Laverne. It had been witnessed by a couple of women that heard the gunshots, saw the two brothers escape out the rear of the bank through a window.
Now, how'd they get away?
They got away on a bike. They had bikes and they took off. They left $2,000 worth of gold in the till that they never touched. They also lost another $1,000 in the back by the door when they were trying to get out. One brother was tracked down into Iowa, and the deputy at that time had gone to this farmer's house, said, "Hey, have you seen anybody on bikes come around?" And she's like, "No, but he saw a man in the background with a gun." One of the brothers with a gun.
Kind of a dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. So, and at that time, the guy was one of the robbers, realized that he had been had. He shoots at the deputy, who misses the deputy, hits a Bancroft marshal in the forehead and kills him. The deputy ends up with a buggy chasing the guy, leaves the back of the house, gets on his bike again. Shots are fired. He does end up hitting the rear of the bike. He has to ditch his bike, and then before he can be apprehended, he actually takes his own life.
You talk about this Sheriff from Bancroft that was killed in the line of duty. Have we had any others
Yes.
that have been killed in the line of duty?
We've had two. We've had Deputy Urehammer, and we've also had a Sheriff, Gus Jorgensen. Gus Jorgensen would have been the earliest one.
What would have been the approximate time frame?
Jorgensen was in 1927.
In the 20s, okay.
And what happened there is he had gotten called to a house that for a farm worker that was having a problem with a beet worker. Sheriff Jorgensen went to talk to the beet worker who was in his shack, on the farmer's property. Beet worker comes to the door and shoots him.
No chance.
No chance. He ends up going, Sheriff Jorgensen ends up crawling back to the house, crawling up the steps, warning the people in the house, stay in the house, basically trying to get them to keep them safe.
Sounds like it should be a movie.
Right. It was. And the farmer kept watch with the shotgun through the kitchen window.
Boy.
And then until a posse was arranged, they all come in that had National Guardsmen, other law enforcement officers, things like that. They come in. Rodriguez comes out of the shack blazing with, he has a rifle in one hand and a handgun in the other.
Boy.
And ends up getting shot and subsequently killed, obviously, from that. The next officer killed in the line of duty, Deputy Urehammer in 1955. He was with a good friend of his, was riding along with, and he saw someone whose license had been taken away. He stopped him north of Sherburne and ended up getting shot on the traffic stop, got shot through his hand into his forehead.
Right here in town?
Actually, it was 4 miles north of Sherburne, on the bridge. He had saw him, I think, in Trimont, and that's where they got him. And he ended up getting shot and killed. It was can't remember his first name, a Rosenberg, who ended up shooting him. But he stayed on scene with the friend that was riding along. They flagged someone down to go get help, and then he stayed on scene until the deputy arrived, and he was subsequently arrested. A grand jury was held, but he was found. There was not enough evidence, and it was found to have a no bill.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
This is Lenny Tweeden for Our Story Out of the Past, and we'll see you next time if and when I get out.